I was diagnosed with obsessive compulsive disorder, I think in 4th grade. And it was something that my family was not super familiar with.
Like, my friends were like, Chesney, like, you need to like do something. They would come and like drag me out of my bed.
The first known time that like I was really anxious was when I was like 4 years old in preschool.
So I think my personal experience with depression, I found out I had always struggled with seasonal depression after going to the counselor here at USD. As we were able to track it back to about probably my sophomore year of high school, which I think growing up in a small town, I just denied that I had a problem going on during like winter months and stuff. So what finally like pushed me over the tipping point, I would say, was going into my junior year. My dad got diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. I just triggered this, like, I didn't want to do anything. I was sleeping all the time. I was having like super bad anxiety because I was always stressed about his cancer, so I couldn't like eat. I lost a bunch of weight, and I just realized, like, my friends were like, Chesney, like, you need to like do something. They would come and like drag me out of my bed. Like, I'm not even being sarcastic, like, or like dramatic. Like, they would literally have to come like drag me out of my bed to go to class, and that's just like very unlike my personality.
I would say up until like 1st grade, 2nd grade, it was me. I just didn't like being without my parents or like my sister. And then it changed into I was like severely afraid of the weather. Like, I didn't want to leave the house. Like, I was terrified of like thunderstorms and stuff. And that's when I first started seeing a therapist. That was when I was in 4th grade. That's when I was put on medication for it. And then I would say my anxiety kind of just like changes as I get older with different circumstances. So in high school, it's just your typical like high school issues, girls, drama, stuff like that. And then in college, yeah, there's a bunch of different stressors with that. But yeah, I've had it for as long as I can remember.
So I was diagnosed with obsessive compulsive disorder, I think in 4th grade. And it was something that my family was not super familiar with. None of my parents or any of the family had mental illness, and so it was super new to them. And so it was something I struggled with all through adolescence, through high school. And it became something that in college I realized that I was very okay with my obsessive compulsive disorder, and it was kind of part of my personality. And so when I became super active on social media, it became something that, okay, I'm really comfortable talking about it, and now I have a platform. So I now had the ability to be an advocate for something that is very like difficult for a lot of people to talk about or even like acknowledge that they have. And so if I can explain kind of my story to people on my social media, then it's something that other people can feel more comfortable either talking about or acknowledging within themselves.
I think through social media especially, there have been a lot of students that are becoming a lot more vocal about their struggles with mental health, and once that happens, it's almost kind of like a snowball effect, because once you see like, oh, this person is talking about their struggles, it almost kind of makes you feel more comfortable to say like, I've struggled with that as well. We talk about it a lot with our friends, but I think that people often don't seek the help that they need to. And I think that probably happens for a few different reasons. I mean, it's a hard first step to take to say, you know, I'm having these issues and I need help. And so I think that that's really hard. The stigma around saying, you know, like, I am struggling with mental health and like I need help with that. Is difficult, as well as knowing exactly what to do and where to go. So you're at that point where you know you need help, then what?
I usually get a lot of like, I've had girls like reach out to me and be like, you're not alone, like, I struggle with this as well, like, and it's always like super supportive, like, if you ever need to talk, I'm here. And So I've never had, I mean, I'm sure there's people that say things, but like I've never had a bad encounter when I post things about it. And so that definitely helps.